Hello my friends, and welcome back to another video. My name is Amanda and Happy New Year! Welcome to 2024 and a good kickoff to Veganuary. I know at this time of year a lot of people try to eat healthier or eat more vegetables, and what a better way to do that than to try some delicious vegan food. So today's video is focusing on a really simple pasta recipe. We're making a vegan sausage and peppers pasta, and this is going to be the first episode in a series of me kind of veganizing my homemade favorite meals, or like things that my mom used to make and that were really comforting and kind of nostalgic, and just meals that we ate often. And I'm putting a vegan twist on them, swapping out ingredients, and it's kind of an experiment. I don't know if everything's gonna turn out, but I wanna try it with you guys and experiment, because I think that that is a really important part of home cooking, is experimenting with flavors, trying new things, and sometimes honestly just winging it. And this was a really easy one to start with. There was like only a few things that weren't vegan that had to be swapped out, so it was pretty easy. I did add in some more veggies just to make it a little bit more plant forward. You could use any type of vegan sausage that you like, or omit it if you don't like to use mock meats. You can use tofu or chickpeas if you really want, but I think that that would be a great option. So let's kick off Veganuary with a comforting pasta dish. All right, so for this dish, we're going to need some bowtie pasta, some bell peppers, an onion, some plant-based sausage. I'm using this field roast Italian garlic and fennel, a not chicken bouillon cube and some water, and a can of fire roasted tomatoes and some garlic. So the first thing we're gonna do is get some water in a pot and set that to boil with some salt and make our not chicken broth. We're going to use one veggie or chicken bouillon cube with about 1 cup to 3/4 a cup of water. You're supposed to use 1 cup, but the recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup, so I just kind of eyeballed it there. And then we are going to roughly chop up an onion and 3 bell peppers, whatever color you like. Once the water is at a boil, we're going to add in our pasta, give that a little bit of a stir, and then cook that according to the package instructions. And then in a separate pan, and I recommend using a bigger pan than you think you need, add 1 tablespoon of oil along with your diced onion and just a little bit of salt and pepper, and just kind of cook that for a few minutes until the color starts to change. I would say about 2 to 3 minutes here. Chop up your sausage and add that in along with your garlic, and then we are going to stir this pretty frequently. We want to make sure the garlic doesn't burn, and just cook this until your sausage is browned. This will kind of vary depending on what brand of sausage that you are using. Meanwhile, we're going to mix 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with about 2 tablespoons of our chicken broth, and then we are going to let that kind of just sit until we're ready to use it. And then for our seasonings, we're using some Italian seasoning and some mushroom umami seasoning, which is optional. I just thought it might give it a little extra flavor. So then once your sausage is nice and brown, you're going to go in with your peppers, and at this point, this is when I realized that my pan was way too small, but I powered through anyway. So add in your peppers, and then I put the lid on just to kind of create some steam and allow those to cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. Add in 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning and the umami seasoning if you choose to use that. Give that a stir so everything gets nice and coated, and then also add in your 1 can of undrained fire roasted tomatoes, or you can just use regular diced tomatoes. This is just what I had on hand, so I thought it would be a good addition. Very carefully mix that together till everything is nice and combined, and then allow that to heat through for another few minutes. Once that is nice and bubbly, we're going to add in the rest of our not chicken broth and our cornstarch slurry, and we're going to allow this to cook for, I would say, about 3 minutes, and just keep an eye on it here, stirring it now and again. This is the point where our sauce is going to thicken up and become kind of like gelatinous, and this is really going to be a nice consistency, so it actually coats and sticks to the pasta. And once that has cooked through, transfer to a bigger pan if you must, like I did, and add in your pasta, because there was absolutely no way that the pasta was gonna fit into that pan. So, and I did end up using 12 ounces of pasta because I wanted to have leftovers, but if you don't want leftovers, I would use only 6 ounces of pasta, and then you'll have more meat and more veggies left in the dish. And then you're gonna add in 2 heaping handfuls of spinach. I had a 12-ounce bag and I used about half here, and just to add a little extra greens, finish off with a drizzle of olive oil and salt and pepper, and you're good to go. I also decided to serve this with a sprinkling of vegan Parmesan shreds. I just thought it would be a nice addition to the dish, and I really did like the kind of saltiness that added. And this is great on its own. You could serve with bread, and if you don't want to use plant-based sausage, you can also use beans or just leave it out and have a veggie-forward pasta. All right, and that is a wrap with today's recipe and today's video. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video. I appreciate so much that you're here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you're new. I post videos every week, and I soon will be posting 2 videos a week, so stay tuned for the next few days for that second video schedule announcement. And I would love to hear what you guys think of this recipe in the comments below, or what your kind of family favorite dishes are, or even if you have any suggestions to veganize something that is a dish you love that maybe you need some help trying, we can try and figure out together, because I think that is one of the most important things about cooking at home, is experimenting in the kitchen, getting to know the flavors that you like, and just creating food that makes you feel good and that tastes good. So with that, I will leave you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye for now.